Welcome back to the Pirate's Fate. In the last episode, we were on Kirke's island, Cersei's island. We couldn't convince her to give us a coin. She then used said coin to turn Liko big, and then I took the coin from her. And now she's being a crybaby about it. I mean, okay. No, but kind of.
That's what I'm doing. I'm restoring us back to the noble savages we once were. I'm liberating life from the shackles of knowledge. Can you not see?
Darling, all I see is a crazy woman.
We've got to get back to the ship. You expect Liko to tuck his tail between his legs and go back to that hellhole where nobody respects him.
You two go on ahead. Oh, darling, you're joking, right?
Liko, we can't just leave you here. There is no joke here. His liberation from his cruel life is at hand. And if you had any sense, you all should be next.
What about free will?
Free will is the most important freedom of all. Become what you seek. That's what it says on the coins, isn't it? We should be the master of our own fates.
Because our lives are more than worry and loss. Because our minds and our lives are worth defending. Liko, if you go through with this, you won't exist anymore. You're all as blind as can be. Liko needs my help.
No, Cersei, I don't. Mila, I can't believe how foolish I've been. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
We took her coins, so she can't really do anything anymore. Hopefully. Bye-bye. I'm sure hoping that's actually what she was using to do the things. Otherwise, she's gonna keep doing the things, probably.
Mila, you fool, look out behind you.
It's just me, Morgana.
What? Cersei tried to turn him into a wild animal. Fortunately, I intervened. She what? The little...
Yes, you were quite right not to trust her. But there was someone who you should have trusted all along, darling. Moi.
What are you getting at?
We've got the coin.
What?
I led us straight to it, just like I promised.
You got lucky.
But Captain, you said...
Shut up, Liko. Just look at yourself, Liko. You don't have to take that from her anymore. You have something you want to say, Tam Tam. Speak up.
I was telling Liko that I wanted to hear what he had to say.
Liko knows his place. You should learn yours.
What was that? I didn't hear you down there.
What I said was... You know what? You go ahead and finish your little thought, Liko.
If it wasn't for Tam Tam and Mila, I wouldn't have come back at all. You mentioned, Captain, that I should learn my place. I assume that means, per our agreement, that I'm joining the crew.
I never agreed to that. I only agreed not to kill you. I should abandon you on the island for all the trouble you've caused.
Thanks to me, you've acquired not only a coin, but also valuable information on how they may be used. But no, you don't want me. I guess I'll go with, what was his name? Rorke instead, and lead him to the spoils? Given the rumors about this place, he's likely to swing by this island sooner or later.
You've made your point. Welcome aboard. Liko, want to give her the tour?
Gladly.
Mila, come with me to the captain's quarters. You and I have a lot to talk about.
Okay.
I've put off something important. And now that we've got a new crew member, I really can't wait anymore. The ship needs a first mate. It's important to have a chain of command to respect. Of course, except for me, nobody here's a real pirate. We've got a liar, a coward, and you.
Me!
You were the one that rescued Liko and stopped Circe, just like I would have done. I think my choice is pretty clear.
I'll do my best.
I'll do whatever I can to help this mission succeed. Right answer, Mila. There's one more thing, Mila. The captain died before he had a chance to tell you about the coins. Now that you're an officer, it's time you hold the whole story about why we're here. To begin, there's this bedtime story, okay?
A bedtime story?
I know it sounds a little strange, but I'm just trying to tell it to you the way the captain told it to me. So there's this wizard who does all these amazing things. The most wonderful wizard. I'm sure you heard this one growing up, right?
I don't think so. Did you?
No.
Rourke and I, we grew up on that ship, see? Both of us were taken from our parents when we were young. Just like Rourke was about to take that kid at the tavern. We hunted for years. Eventually, we hunted for the same treasure as Darius. Long story short, my crew just left me for dead when we were beaten to the punch.
Oof.
Darius had the treasure, and he had me. If the situation was flipped, I'd have killed him without question. Or at least, tied him up. You know, tortured him for information, then dumped him into the ocean. Point is, what did he have to gain from keeping me alive?
Companionship?
Maybe it was.
There was no reason. But Darius is Darius. Aboard that ship, your crew is just a bunch of lying cheats, ready to stab you in the back the second there's a coin to be made. But the Dread Pirates, well, we're a family. That's why I don't want just anybody to join up. Understand?
I think I do. Yes.
Anyway, enough of that. We were talking about the coins. So this wizard, he wanted to fix the whole world with his little inventions. But people kept backstabbing him, stealing his stuff, using it for evil. You know how it is. Anyway, after things didn't work out, the wizard wanted to create something big, something special, and he scattered it all around the world for safekeeping.
And?
And that's it. Darius said it was a true story. That's what the coins are. That's why they're magic.
If that's true,
I'm not sure the wizard's plan is working as intended. It seems like people are still misusing the wizard's magic today.
look at what happened to Liko.
If you think that was bad, imagine if Rourke had them, right? That's why Darius wanted us to find them all, to stop them from falling into the wrong hands. And also because he thought if one person could find them all, something would happen.
What?
I don't know. The captain didn't say. But it had to be something big. Change the whole world big. Point is, this thing we're doing, it's a hell of a lot bigger than just a treasure hunt. One last thing, Mila. Don't talk about any of this with Tam Tam. The less she knows about how the coins work, the better. That's why I tried to shut Liko up. I didn't want him to explain his little theory in front of her.
There's a temple that I want to visit. Might have what we're looking for.
A temple? Sounds boring. Liko?
Is everyone awake? I thought it was just me.
Speaking of that, I'd better make sure Temtem isn't trying to steal anything. Aren't you tired, Liko? How long has it been since you slept, anyway?
About 3 days now. It's tough trying to pretend everything's fine around Morgana.
Pretend? And what's the truth? What's really going on?
Whenever I try to close my eyes, I see Cersei's face.
We both have something in common, Liko. Nobody asked our permission. We weren't asked to be brought on board. And we certainly didn't ask to be changed.
But Cersei said that what happened to me wasn't what she'd planned. Why do you think I didn't become a wild animal like the rest of Cersei's victims?
I've thought about that too. Maybe it's because you had a coin on you? Your coin activated instead of hers? So she couldn't control what was happening. Because you were.
Become what you seek, right? But just because I got what I asked for doesn't mean I got what I wanted. Sure, I look strong, but on the inside, I still feel afraid.
Look, what happened to us might not be what we wanted, but we've got to keep going. It's not like we can go back in time and prevent this all from ever happening, right? I'm sure the crew will understand.
I suppose you're right, but I still feel bad about this.
You're still you. This doesn't have to mean anything unless you want it to, though.
What do you mean?
I know inside you're a kind and gentle person. If you're still the same person on the inside, then this shouldn't matter.
But other people will treat me differently, won't they?
That doesn't have to be all bad either, right?
I suppose. Standing up to Morgana was fun. Oops. On the other hand, it's a little depressing to think that I'll only get respect from people by scaring them.
Liko, you don't scare me in the least, but you'll always have my respect.
Thanks, Mila. I appreciate that. Oh, this temple again. How dare you speak so disrespectfully of such a holy place?
Holy? That's a laugh. It's just empty old ruins, and I'll prove it.
Is this the temple of Ostari? It sure is. Ostari, goddess of beauty, was worshipped here thousands of years ago. I'm Duana, latter-day attendant of this shrine of miracles.
Let me assure you, travelers, that there's no such thing as miracles. You're a skeptic, I take it.
Even better, I'm a professor. You certainly don't look like one. Ah, so eager to judge others on their looks, I see.
Angie's the name, and I'm going to debunk the rumors about this place once and for all.
That's not possible.
What are you babbling on about now?
How could you ever debunk miracles? If you witness one, you're a believer. And if I don't? Well, you might have just come on a bad day, right? You can't prove there won't be a miracle tomorrow. Have you ever heard a more egregious example of fallacious reasoning? That is not the right voice. I need to settle on a voice for you.
Have you ever heard a more egregious example of fallacious reasoning? What?
We'd love to stay and chat, but we've got some business inside the temple. You mean you want the tour?
That's not what...
I'm happy to show you inside.
Let's get this over with.
Ah, Ostari will be most pleased. Of course, one of you is going to have to say their prayers outside.
Which one of us are you talking about?
The Wolfman. Wait, you aren't letting me in? Why? This temple is all about prayers for beauty. It was believed that the ugly and the monstrous weren't fit to stand in her sight.
Don't you see a contradiction there?
What contradiction?
Well, your precious goddess forbids you help the people who are the most in need.
I'm sure the goddess helps those who help themselves.
If that's the case, why have a temple at all?
Look, if ugly people were allowed in, it wouldn't be exclusive anymore, would it? Everyone that's tried so hard to be pretty, well, they'd feel like they would just wasted their effort if just anyone was allowed inside. I mean, I can't stop you from believing that, but it's definitely not a nice thing to think.
I certainly can't tell another culture how it ought to believe, but as visitors, can you grant us an exception?
Of course not. This is a temple of Ostari. If you want her blessings, you follow her rules. And her rules are that only the beautiful are worthy of entering the temples. My beliefs have nothing to do with it. Stupid temple's probably boring anyway. I'll just go back.
The hell you are. Liko, I order you to enter the temple.
I'll die before I see the temple defiled by the ugly.
As you wish. We're the Dread Pirates, and we're not going to let...
Oh yes, the mighty Morgana. She certainly needs Liko's help, doesn't she?
No, but it's the principle of the thing.
So you'd rather our strongest crew member join us here instead of protecting the ship? Because you're so principled?
Fine. Liko, stay with the ship. But Duana, I won't forget this.
Nor shall I forget you. So pretty and yet so mean. I've never seen that combination before.
If they're going in, I'm coming in too.
Fine. You won't find what you came for anyhow. I should end this episode. That went really long. I got distracted. I'm just gonna wait and make sure there's no voice lines right as I enter the temple. Perfect. Bye-bye.